He was counted out, but what Nick Walker did next shocked the entire bodybuilding world. Nobody expected this comeback. Nobody believed the story would flip this hard. But Nick Walker didn't just return. He rewrote the narrative in the most brutal, aggressive, and shocking way possible. Nick Walker, famously known as the Mutant, has never been a normal bodybuilder. From the very beginning, his physique wasn't about aesthetics alone. It was about raw, freakish density. The kind of muscle that doesn't just look big on stage, it looks unreal. Granite-hard conditioning, monstrous legs, and one of the most intimidating stage presences in modern bodybuilding. But here's the truth nobody talks about. Even monsters face doubt. After dominating shows and rising as one of the biggest threats in the IFBB Pro League, Walker suddenly found himself surrounded by criticism. People started questioning his structure. Critics claimed his physique lacked the classic flow. Some even said he would never win the biggest titles in the sport. And then came the moment that shook everything. A brutal setback. Injuries, pressure, expectations, everything hit at once. The same fans who once hyped him up began to doubt him. Social media turned toxic. The bodybuilding world moved on quickly, focusing on other rising stars. For most athletes, this is where the story ends. But Nick Walker is not most athletes. This is where the transformation began. Instead of disappearing, he went silent. No noise, no excuses, just pure, relentless work. Behind the scenes, Walker rebuilt himself, not just physically, but mentally. He refined his weak points, pushed his conditioning to a new level, and came back with a version of himself that looked even more dangerous. When he stepped back on stage, people couldn't believe what they were seeing. The size was still there, but now it was sharper. The conditioning, on another level. The presence, absolutely dominant. It wasn't just a comeback, it was a statement. Walker didn't just prove people wrong, he exposed how wrong they were. Standing next to the best in the world, he didn't look out of place. He looked like a serious threat to the throne. His legs alone were enough to overpower competitors, and his upper body had evolved into something far more complete than critics ever expected. And suddenly, the same voices that doubted him started calling him a future champion. But here's what makes Nick Walker different from everyone else. He thrives on doubt. Every criticism fuels him. Every setback builds him. Every time someone says he can't, he turns it into motivation. That's why his journey hits different. Because it's not just about muscle, it's about mentality. In a sport where genetics play a massive role, Walker proved that sheer intensity, discipline, and obsession can push you beyond limitations. He turned his so-called weaknesses into weapons. He embraced the pressure. And instead of breaking, he became more dangerous. Now the question isn't whether Nick Walker belongs among the elite. The real question is, who can stop him? Because if this trajectory continues, the bodybuilding world might be witnessing the rise of one of the most dominant physiques of this era. A physique built not just on size, but on resilience, revenge, and relentless hunger. And the scariest part, he's still improving. Nick Walker isn't finished. He's evolving. Every show, every prep, every training session, he's getting closer to perfection. Closer to that moment where everything aligns. And when that happens, it won't just be a victory. It will be domination.